She was irritating me yesterday, so I was like, "Smell the sewage," and she was like, "It smells like warm poo."
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. It took a long time for my hands to stop smelling like it. I lost count of how many times I washed my hands and sanitized them.
Lemon
That's what Gretchen said last night.
lemon juice.
I like lemon,
lemon oil.
and then there was something else that she said too.
I learned that from 50 First Dates.
Sewage.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Remember he had his fishy hands.
Welcome to Staff Chat.
Are we starting?
All things awkward.
We've been recording for a while,
Oh,
so
snap.
depends on wherever I want to cut it is where we start. Thank you guys for listening. We do need more questions. If you would love to send us some questions, or we're going to have to figure out what this looks like after the bowl's empty.
I feel like we've answered every question that could possibly be asked.
I mean, that might be true.
Like, there aren't more questions.
I think, I don't know.
I mean, there are, like, which bathroom appliance would you be? Or,
Specifics.
yeah.
Yeah.
If the moon was made of spare ribs, would you eat it?
If
I
you
know
were,
I would.
If you were 5 different blades of grass, which breed of grass would you be?
There's more than one.
Crab.
Yeah.
Kentucky
I'd
Blue?
be
Is that what that's one?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What's that one that starts
Turf.
Bermuda?
Bermuda grass?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the type of grass.
Just whatever.
If you're a
one is
grass
green-
connoisseur, comment.
green grass. I would choose green grass.
Green. I would choose no grass.
What?
You're just
Dirt.
That's the worst decision ever.
Maybe he wants to live in the Southwest where there is no grass.
I think that's cool, but I don't want the heat of the Southwest.
Move to like southern Colorado. They still have no grass.
You can't pick
And
dirt
it's-
and then not go to like close to the equator, though, right?
Why? There's grass
know.
near the
I
equator.
mean, I'm not talking sand.
Well,
I
like,
hate sand.
It gets
Dirt.
everywhere.
like
it
Texas
gets all-
dirt,
but just
red
dirt.
clay.
But yeah, you'd have to be like in Africa,
Why? They have dirt in America.
right? But if we're talking about dirt without grass,
You
just get rid of the grass.
but then that's how erosion happens. And the Great Dust Bowl of 1946. I don't know
Not
if
if
that
you
was
wet.
the year.
Not if you wet
I
your
was gonna
dirt.
ask about the podcast you heard it on.
No, I didn't know.
Okay.
I'm just still wondering if you guys are using grass as a code word or if we're actually talking about actual grass. It is Illinois.
Yeah.
We're talking about grass.
You can find this on YouTube or Apple
still not convinced
Podcasts,
after
wherever
that.
you're listening to this.
Well, you got the shirt.
Jeez. All right, let's grab a question.
Camera
wants to go
starts
first?
We
today.
do the
Whoa!
honors.
Oh, hold on.
I don't
Party
like
foul.
that. I don't like it.
We talked about this like weeks
Yeah.
and weeks ago,
It's
and you guys
ends.
were like, "No, I'm wrong."
Who's
So
wrong?
It's the ends.
What?
I started last week.
Well, here, pick a question now.
Oh no!
Your move.
Oh, I was hoping one would
One's
slide
like,
out.
No, there's no way.
I don't even know what's happening right now.
Like, how do we fix this?
what do we do?
For all of you that are listening to this, Eric flipped the ball over.
It's never been done before. Okay. I got it here.
Uh-oh.
I feel like we had this already.
See, I'm telling you, we've answered every question.
Which
In the world.
Which foreign language would you like to learn? Have we answered that?
I don't know that we have.
I don't know if we have either.
I do not.
Okay, well, we'll answer it again. Just
We'll answer it again.
If we have answered it, we will answer it again. If we haven't, we will answer it.
I'd like to learn pigeon. Like
Hawaiian?
legit pigeon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be
Like
awesome.
the bird.
Yes.
Have you ever
I would
heard-
like to speak.
Well, in that case,
Go down
everybody stop talking in code today.
The first time I ever heard pigeon, like, you know how we have the like IBSA state conference? Okay. So when we were in Japan, they would we were part of the Hawaii Pacific Baptist Convention, and every year we would go to the Pacific Baptist Convention, and they would read whatever the key verse for that meeting was in every language that was represented as part of the Hawaii Pacific Baptist Convention, one of which was pigeon.
oh no.
It was amazing.
I want to
And
do
it was
like a
it was
series
this
on
big
that.
Samoan guy like reading scripture in pidgin.
Hmm.
Like this is awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, Jesus is that boy.
I
Yeah.
don't know if
Dude,
that's the
it's-
most efficient language though,
Wait, hang on. Look.
I mean,
because
Look.
their Hawaii's national fish, when you speak in English, is something reef fish, and in their language it's huma huma nuka nuka akawapua.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, reef triggerfish. That's what it was. Mitch will be so proud of me.
Makes exact sense. Huma huma, nuka nuka.
wait, what's wrong with that?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's just long.
It's fun to say,
It's like
but it's just
German.
like, yeah.
Like most of the time, German makes it way harder or longer than.
I feel it was like Cameron's character in VBS, where it was like, he said yes.
That's what it feels
That
like.
kind of thing. But I don't know what I would pick. I tried to learn Italian on my own, and now I make sentences because I had French in high school. I had Spanish prior to that in middle school, and then I tried to learn Italian on my own, and now I make sentences if I were to talk in other languages. Well, I did. I don't speak them very often, but with a bit from each language. So
Yeah.
everybody was confused.
Here we go. You ready? John 3:16
Let's do it. And pidgin?
in pidgin.
You can't not laugh. Like you have to.
I
come on.
feel like Cameron's just gonna go.
Caw-caw.
I'm gonna smack him.
God get plenty love on an aloha for the people inside the world. That's why he sent me, his one and only boy. Cause of that, everybody that trusts me no going get cut off from God forever. They go and get the real kin life that go and stay to the max forever. Like,
Stay to the max.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
it okay that I still want to backhand him?
it's so good.
I want to learn Scottish Gaelic, but practically I'd like to learn Mandarin. Like Scottish Gaelic is not going to get me anywhere, but I think it'd be
That was
really
a good
cool to
answer.
speak Mandarin.
I had a friend who was in the Marine Corps who got a degree in Mandarin Chinese and went into the Marine Corps as a Chinese interpreter. But they were like, we don't need Chinese interpreters, so you're going to work motor pool. So he was a motor control
driver.
He was like an officer over motor pool. So he like managed vehicles for 4 years and then was like, I'm getting out of the military
Dang.
with a degree in Chinese.
That kind of sucks.
He was homeless for a while too because a degree in Chinese got him nothing.
Wow.
Interesting.
I'm gonna
That
stick with
sucks.
it. I think I'm gonna stick with Italian because I'd like to visit there, and yeah, that's one of my hindrances in visiting there is like I don't really know much Italian.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose English.
Like old
Yeah,
English
you
or
need help
Queen's
in that.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. I need to relearn English. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe like Hooked on Phonics or something. That'd be cool.
It worked for me.
We could probably arrange that.
we could probably,
Yeah,
probably
Just
could.
get one of those old like first grade English old CD games from
Yes.
like
Yes.
the early 2000s.
Could it come on like a 5.5-inch floppy?
I don't know. I don't know if they had them in the 5.5-inch. I do. The one thing I remember, and I've always tried to find this, was when I was in middle school. We played. It was a Mario typing game, and you had to type for him to run through the castle, and it was like one of the coolest things ever.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
slight follow-up question: do the patterns in Braille ever change per language, or do they always stay the same across the board in Braille?
I'm pretty sure Braille's based
Universal.
on English.
Is Braille
Is it universal or not?
I don't think so. It
If
can't be.
if it
can't
were,
be. Because it's
I would learn Braille.
it's
It'd be awesome.
like westernized characters, right? So you have an A and a B and a C, whereas like an Eastern dialect, like Farsi or Japanese, Chinese, they don't use like a Hellenistic alphabet. So the Braille can't translate to those, or even Russian. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
can't
yeah.
translate to
Yeah.
Russian.
That was my suspicion, but
But where they use that is it a Hellenistic alphabet? Is that what they
I'm
call
not
it?
sure.
Where you have
Sounds
like
right.
Spanish, it has A's, B's, and C's. Yeah,
It does.
Sounds right.
it doesn't sound right when I say it. So
No,
Holistic.
No, I'm
sounds
getting
right.
behind it for sure.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, if
Hellenistic.
Cameron's
It's a green light. Yep.
So I would either choose American Sign Language,
that'd be sweet.
Yes.
because I think that's cool. I would love to be like have you ever seen like the concert interpreters?
Yes,
Like they
I
get
love it.
into it.
Yeah.
Like, because they have to.
Yeah, you have to.
But it's like, I mean, they're rocking out.
That's one of my favorite parts of like a hip hop concert.
Mm-hmm.
Like watching the ASL interpreter.
Yep. Right off the it's so cool. Or I'd pick French because it's the language of love.
Hayden started French, or Hayden is taking French this year. He hasn't started yet because
Maybe
it'll come in the
Spanish
second
is.
9 weeks.
No, it's French, right?
Technically French
The romantic
Okay.
languages are Spanish, French, and Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely not
English
German.
is far from
Definitely not German.
far from romantic.
I couldn't really find anything. There's apparently two types of Braille. There's contracted and uncontracted. One is letters. One is the pictures for words. But like I don't know. There's multiple different. There are people saying it was universal and people not. So I don't really know.
I can't see how it could be.
No. Yeah.
I lean
Yeah.
that way.
I mean, that would be
yes, as well.
crazy if it
Yeah.
was.
Like American Sign Language is more universal than Braille could be
Yeah.
because you can speak in letters, but predominantly you speak in words.
Right.
You know, you spell things out if you have to, but
Right. Yeah. There's a sign for boy
Yeah.
or the sign
Right.
for
Yeah.
yeah.
so. But I like your American Sign Language. I would do that.
Yeah, my mom studied it at Purdue for a little while there. Like it was like an elective she had to take, and she had to like go to an American Sign Language like event, and so there was like several to choose from. And so her and my dad went to a football game, and they said it was one of the craziest things ever. They're like. It was the loudest football game they've ever been a part of. Like just the stands were loud, and then how they knew to like hike the ball, they had two giant like bass drums like at the line of scrimmage, and they would smack them, and that's when they like how they knew how to like start. And they said it was just one of the coolest things ever.
Interesting.
So that's kind of always like I always remember that story, and so that's always kind of been an interest of mine. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Nice.
I just don't know how
I'm
to
not
flip it back
flipping
over.
who's gonna flip it? It's not me.
I don't see any questions. It's gonna have to be Adam.
All right. This has to be somebody, right?
No.
This question.
Oh, by the way, back on the
How?
language thing real quick. I got to give him props for not kicking me out of the classroom every day. Somehow in our French teacher's dry erase board would always come the phrase "qui coupe la fromage," and he would be like, "That doesn't even mean that, Eric. It means who actually literally cut the cheese, the slice of cheese."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Still funny."
It is still funny. All right, here we go. Question of the year. How do you feel about wombats?
I have no opinion.
I don't either.
I think they have an awesome name,
They're actually pretty cool.
so that's a plus.
Actually,
I maybe wouldn't.
Podcast.
No, you didn't.
I'm sure he did.
I maybe wouldn't know one if I saw one, but
Here, I'll read the.
I learned in watching Alone that a wolverine is a rodent. It's a large rodent.
Wombats are short-legged, muscular, quadrupedal marsupials that are native to Australia.
oh, thanks. I was
They're
worried
about
they were
40
reptile.
inches in length with small stubby tails and weigh between 44 and 77 pounds. There are 3 extant species, and they are all members of the family Wombatidae. They are adaptable and habitat tolerant and are found in forested, mountainous, and heathland areas of southern and eastern Australia, including Tasmania, as well as an isolated patch of about 740 acres in Epping Forest National Park in central Queensland.
Are you still there?
Yes,
no,
they
we
are.
just lost everybody.
We lost
That's,
them all.
It's official.
So do you think wombats and Tasmanian devils are like rivals?
I don't know. So they dig extensive burrow systems, which probably would be similar to like a groundhog or
Prairie dog.
I still, of course, you would go with prairie dog.
I'm,
I still have no opinion.
I was going to say I'm still pretty indifferent other than their name being pretty cool.
I'm for them if they're a giant prairie dog. I'm just saying.
40 inches is giant
It's
for
huge.
a prairie dog. Yeah.
It's a big prairie dog.
So they apparently have a pouch as well, similar to like
It's a cross between a kangaroo and
Prairie dog.
And so uniquely, their pouch is rear facing. So when they're digging, the
It
dirt
fills
doesn't.
with dirt?
No, does not
Oh,
fill
rear
with dirt.
facing, okay.
Yes,
Okay, I heard.
or else it would
I
fill
heard
and
rear
cover their
facing,
young.
but I thought like on its back.
Yeah.
Dude, that's That's actually crazy.
Why
Yeah.
would you even have a pouch if it's rear facing?
To hold your babies.
Yeah,
Small samurai swords.
they're also mostly
Yeah, look.
they're mostly nocturnal as well.
Wouldn't the babies fall out?
Depends on how tight that pouch is.
I don't know. I haven't had a
Man,
I haven't
this
had
is
a pouch.
very specific.
Why are we still looking
Tell
at
us
wombats?
more.
I don't know.
The
that's
adult
just-
wombat produces between 80 and 100 0.8 inch pieces of feces in a single night, and 4 to 8 pieces each bowel movement.
4 to 8 pieces.
Like, this is in the wiki page. Like, I wanna,
Between 4
John
and 8
is now
each
against
bowel
them.
movement.
honestly, I want to
and
keep reading.
80 to 100 in a night. All they do is crap.
That's a lot of crap.
Yeah, that's
John,
like 120.
John has changed his opinion on them.
120 poops a night.
He's
Also,
now
a-
against them.
Also, a group of wombats is known as a wisdom, a mob, or a colony.
A
A
wisdom.
wisdom.
I've got a wisdom of wombats.
I got a wisdom.
They also
of
live up to
wombats.
15 years.
I figured
I
it would be
still
called
have
the
no-
crap load of wombats.
Oh,
I
those.
still have no opinion.
wombats are cool.
Oh!
My big,
Rim.
I missed
so,
it.
So you know that big shotgun microphone I have? Like the big,
Yeah.
huge
Yeah,
blimp?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a wombat, isn't
The-
it?
No, the fur you put on is called a dead wombat
Oh, okay.
because it's like the size of a wombat.
And they have like the dead squirrels and dead cats?
Dead cat is the tiny
Dead
one.
cat?
Which
Okay.
doesn't make you sense because it's tiny.
Yeah.
I don't really understand.
Should be rad.
kid.
And just don't get the dead
Ooh.
squirrel
All
because
right,
Cameron might vomit
This is
on
from
it.
Gabby. If you had to cut off one of your toes, which would you cut off?
That's a bad. That's a great.
I don't
question.
have any extra to cut off, so
Could I cut off 2 just so that there's like one on each foot?
Even?
So
yeah,
I'm
that's
balanced.
balance.
Well, I'm not cutting off my big toe.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not going
I
anywhere.
Because
mean,
that'll
I'm already
make you fall
down 2
over.
toes.
Okay. That's good.
I mean, I think a pinky toe would be gone because then it could not hit the side of the bed when I'm
That's
walking
true.
at night.
But then you just hit the other one.
Yeah.
Or you would
But I
hit
mean,
the little
it's-
stub that's left. I think that would hurt
Right.
more.
Right.
Ow.
Can you just get rid of that bone entirely? Like, of the,
Just chop the whole thing off.
I watched
just
Brady
like-
break his pinky toe by stubbing it into the hearth of a fireplace.
Yeah, see?
Like his
See,
pinky
if
toe
he
hit
didn't
it
have
and
a
like
pinky
literally
toe-
just like went out sideways.
If he didn't have that, that wouldn't have happened.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So,
He was running around my house.
I feel like
with
that's
kittens.
that is
No,
the
dogs.
logical.
yeah.
Puppies.
Yeah, that's the only one that I'm willing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Why would you?
How do we lose it though? Like,
Which I don't really know.
We're
I don't.
talking like a cigar guillotine,
No, like you-
like
Yeah. Is it instant or are you like
Yes.
using a spoon?
It's a V. It's a V punch.
like wow,
Which one are you? If you had a lightsaber,
like a prison shank.
Well, so I don't remember what show it was because the only reason I say big toe is because there was a show and I assume it was on Disney Channel or whatever. I don't know if it's true.
Disney Channel.
It was when I was a kid, and like the big toe got cut off and the person kept falling over because they couldn't balance themselves.
yeah.
No, I think
I've
there's some
heard that
truth.
before.
to
Yeah, I don't
that.
know what
Yeah.
I don't know if there's truth. Like if
There
if
has
it's
to be
like,
some.
but is it like? Because I mean, they would literally fall over. Like,
We can rebuild him.
yeah, I don't know.
I would do my middle toe.
That would look so weird.
It would, but I feel like it's the best way to keep
Ninja
balance.
Turtle.
Yeah.
Or just Spock with my toes.
No, baby toe for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Totally.
You're a baby toe as well. All right. This is a Gabby.
It's going to be a lot of Gabby questions because I think that's mostly what we have left. She just sent me 10.
Weston had one and I forgot what it was, so I'll have to re-ask him what it was.
What's a song that takes you back to a specific memory in your history?
There's
What's a
two.
song?
We'll be here all day
Oh, jeez.
for me. I'll narrow it down. You guys go ahead.
Specific moment. The one that it comes on the top of my head is when I was reading the book Aragon. I was listening to the album Keys Be Nights by Catch-22, which is a ska band.
Oh,
Hit the camera.
Around the camera.
But
too.
so the weirdest thing, like the reason that it sticks out of my mind is anytime I go back and listen to that album, I start visualizing what part of the book I was reading while I was listening to it. It's really weird. Yeah, it like messes me up because it's hard to listen. Because like I remember like a scene where like Aragon's being ridden and flying through. Like it's so weird. And I don't know if that's because like as I was listening, I was visualizing what I was reading, and it's just like stuck in my memory that way. But it's really interesting.
It's crazy how that works too. Because like the other day I mowed my grass. And when I was walking to like put my to lock up my shed, like the fresh cut grass and like the way the temperature felt on my skin, like it just like instantly took me back to like the first cool practice of football. And it's like walking out on the field, and it's like how we correlate whether that's smells or songs or different things to different memories.
Yeah. The other song is Shining Star by Earth, Wind and Fire. I don't know if like you've heard the story, but
Could you sing it for me? I'm not familiar
you're
with it.
shining star, no matter who you are. I don't want to get
Did they sing like that? It seems really.
Kinda. A little bit like Bee Gees, a little bit. Yeah.
But so basically,
Oh, that's going on the promo.
I was having this dream one time, and I was hearing this song over and over again. When I was a kid, I used to leave my surround sound on when I was a kid, and I'd have CDs in it. It was like a 5-disc changer, and it would just cycle through while I slept.
All that money.
And then basically this song, Shining Star, kept playing over and over and over and over, and I woke up and it was still playing. None of the CDs in that thing had Shining Star on it at all. So like I don't know what was happening, but it messed me up for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Because I was like, it just kept.
God was just trying to let you know you're a shining star.
Maybe.
Subliminal message.
But I was like it was like, okay, I don't know how this is happening.
Yeah, I think there's only one thing it could be. Aliens. Aliens built the pyramids. That's it.
Okay.
What?
just
Tangent.
Just a joke.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say some song. I'm like,
No.
what are you talking about?
No, I got nothing.
It's the song
So
Aliens.
I can
by
think of two.
Alien.
Aaron Schust, My Savior Lives. And because like when that song came out, it was the ringtone on my flip phone. And
Holla.
Oh yeah.
Hayden loved it. And anytime my phone would ring, he would start like humming along, and like he'd love it. And then you'd answer the phone and get mad.
Mm-hmm.
And so that kind of brings me back to that time. And still now when we hear that song, we remind Hayden of that, because he probably doesn't remember it. But Gretchen and I, it stands out to us.
Yeah.
And then there's I don't even know that you can call it a song. There's a hidden track at the end of Limp Bizkit's $3 Bill Y'all CD.
Holla.
That I distinctly remember one night falling asleep listening to that CD, not knowing there was a hidden track on it, and waking up in the middle of the night, and my CD player was on track 99, and it was that, but it was them like just talking and like goofing off, but like the only thing that sticks out to me, I don't remember what all they said, but Fred Durst going, "There is a God. There is a God," like over and over on this hidden track. And I woke up and I'm like, what in the world is going on? Yeah.
Talk about a nightmare.
Yeah, Fred Durst. Are you looking it up?
I was trying to look up if it had like a
I don't think there's a track title to it or anything.
everything. 16 minutes and 27 seconds.
Yeah, it was long, like over.
Yeah, everything album version.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, go home
Bizarre.
and listen to it. It's really awkward.
I think any song off The Beautiful Letdown I just remember I remember being, oh geez, I don't know, 6th grade maybe, somewhere in there. And I remember having like my little solar powered, actually might not have been. I think it was my mom's like radio. She like kept up by her bathroom. And I remember unplugging it, taking down and playing that disc for the first time, just like sitting. Like I can just picture like my tile floor, and I just remember sitting there like blaring it, just listening to it. That's probably like the best one that brings me back. Or maybe How He Loves by John Mark. I remember anytime I really hear that song, it takes me back to, I remember sitting at the base of a tree at camp or at Lake Salatiska, and just having like one of the hardest and deepest conversations I've had with God. Just because I lived in a place that just didn't reflect him well. I had a lot of head knowledge, no heart knowledge. Didn't really believe it. And I remember after that conversation, like just walking through everything I'd been doing, like the life I was living, I got back into the sanctuary, and that was the song that was playing. And I don't know. It's a big moment for me. Yeah, for sure. It was just one of those moments where like I really came to terms with like how God sees me and how much he actually does love me, you know? I know we can kind of get caught up in lyrics and whatnot, but that it's a big moment for me.
I was thinking, like, what could I approach this with? Like some of the earliest memories off of songs, but I associate songs with times I've had with people, like Take It Easy by the Eagles, and some of the older country stuff like Garth Brooks and some Vince Gill. That's all my dad. Leonard Skinner, John Cougar Mellencamp, Bryan Adams, Billy Joel. That's all my dad, because that's where I learned how to sing. So anytime a song comes up, I have songs that are associated with dad, songs and bands associated with my mom and riding in the car. Even though my mom will tell you that she's tone deaf and she has no idea how I am able to sing so well, because I was in the car with her a lot when she was singing. But some of the earliest ones, that song by the I think it's the Oak Ridge Boys, Elvira, that reminds me of my grandma on my mom's side, because she always used to sing that, like the boom up ba ba ba, that whole part. She always used to sing that, so that reminds me of her. Anytime I hear that, anything Elvis reminds me of my other grandma. There's a Beatles song which I just recently shared the story because it was on at the coffee shop, and I was like, it made me smile because it was Ticket to Ride. So my mom told me the story about my grandma when my mom was young, and that song had like come out or whatever, and she's like, my grandma was like, that song's so stupid. Why would anybody? Who ever heard of a chicken giraffe? And I'm like, every time I hear it, I let people in on the joke, because I'm constantly just smiling because I hear it. Like, she's got a chicken giraffe and she don't care. I wouldn't care either. I'd be rich. Come see my chicken giraffe.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, there's so much more. Like the band Korn, Rage Against the Machine, and Sister Hazel. That's all my friend Jeremy.
Yeah.
I mean, just loads and loads of memory each songs, because they're just embedded.
It's hard to pick out a song too, because you don't even think about it, and then a song comes on and it immediately just takes you back. Like you couldn't pick out like, oh, this song's going to take me back to this, but then when you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, like this takes me back. So it's hard to even, identify a specific one or something like that.
Like I've been lately, I've been revisiting a lot of like My Chemical Romance and Hawthorne Heights and Panic at the Disco and
Hawthorne Heights in a long time.
Dude, they put out a new album like what was that, 2 years ago? It's I love it.
Or Emery, like bands like that. You listen to them and you're like, man, like it's crazy how you still remember the words and everything, and
Back to me again.
I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna pick this one up because it, like, I could see part of the question like already, so I was like, well, I better get that one.
It's probably Gabby.
It is Gabby. Oh, we've answered this before. I gotta. Oh, okay, never mind. Favorite official Disney princess, and yes, there is an official lineup, just in case you are a princess and in a Disney movie does not mean you make the cut.
Yes.
All right, please bring up the official lineup.
That's
Adam.
what I was going to. Yes.
2018, they came out with an album.
Official.
Heights.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've not listened.
It's pretty good.
All right.
It's like
so
old person emo music.
the
Oh, yeah?
sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
where is
Official Disney princesses.
All right, I'm not gonna wad it up
All
into a
right.
ball.
You have Belle,
Paper
Try to
airplane.
tomahawk it.
Rapunzel, Ariel, Tiana, Moana, Cinderella, Aurora, Merida, Pocahontas, Jasmine, Mulan, and Snow White.
I don't know who at least a quarter of those are.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Merida's from Brave.
Merida's
'cause you
Brave.
kinda
Okay.
reacted
I didn't
to
know that one.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
Which she's kind
She's
of
my favorite.
Yeah,
So
because she like kicks some butt.
I like Rapunzel.
this is cool.
That's it. I like Rapunzel.
Yeah.
I think I would go. I think I would go with Merida as well.
Mm.
Yeah, mine's for sure Mulan.
My daughter's been
Mulan's a
that did not
beast.
work
loving
at all.
Princess and the Frog, so she's been watching a lot of Tiana.
AJ likes Princess
I've never
and the
seen
Frog.
that one, but I knew who that was.
Actually, AJ's hooked on.
Who are your other
on
ones you didn't know?
Cinderella.
I don't know. Let me see. The list.
Belle,
I know. I think Belle.
Beauty and the
That was
Beast.
probably
I
it
know
before Merida came out.
Rapunzel is
I
from
know
Tangled.
Rapunzel. Yep.
Ariel
Yeah. Little
from
Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. Tiana is from Princess of the Frog.
Yep. Never seen that
Moana,
one.
You think I would say
But
Ariel
Wilson.
because
Yeah,
she liked
Cinderella.
Eric.
Cinderella,
Yep.
Aurora,
No idea who that is.
Sleeping Beauty.
Her name's Aurora.
Yes.
What?
Merida is from Brave.
Yeah.
Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is she from Pocahontas?
Yes.
Okay.
Jasmine.
Tim's relative.
Yeah.
Aladdin.
Tim's relative.
Mulan is from Mulan, and then Snow White is from Snow White.
Snow White.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I knew more
He
of them.
says.
Actually.
We
We've
have to
disproved it.
I don't know.
We've disproved it.
You have?
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll just ask you the question. For all of you watching and listening, Tim Rodas claims to be related to Pocahontas. Yeah, the pastor at Cross Church says he's related to Pocahontas, and so he brought us in a printout of like the lineage and how it traces back from him to Pocahontas. Like 16 connections or something to get there. However, at one point, the branch kind of goes sideways. And so you have to ask. Okay, think you have an aunt. Do we all have an aunt? Do you have an aunt?
I would say I have an
Yes, I
aunt,
do.
but he
Okay.
doesn't
I don't
agree with
speak
that
that
either.
way.
So
Okay, so you have an aunt. All right, your aunt marries a guy. So now your uncle.
Yes.
Are you related to your uncle by marriage, his parents?
Uncle by.
An uncle by marriage, parents.
I'm sorry, I'm still trying to make jokes.
No, I'm disproving the Pocahontas.
I believe you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
No.
Then Tim is not related to Pocahontas.
Mm.
Because it's like a fifth great grandmother's husband's parents. Or no, it's a fifth great grandmother's sister's parents.
So really,
It was-
Pocahontas
the whole
is
thing was
in
really weird.
his family tree. Is that
No,
is that
okay,
more of
it's
a
somebody else's family tree?
So it'd be like this would be like Tori getting married,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Avery
Oh.
claiming like her husband's parents as her grandparents.
Feel it. Got it. I'm tracking.
Does not work. that
Big
way.
no.
yeah,
I
no,
am
it
your
does not- it
father's
doesn't work.
brother's
Yeah.
uncle's
But on
next
paper,
door neighbor's pet
I mean,
rock.
because if you do that, you can connect anybody to anybody.
Right.
Eventually, you're going to get there.
Well, isn't that a thing? Like 7-degree. What is that? It's
3 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, there's that. But that's not relational.
3 or is it 6
no. There's
degrees?
there's like a thing like 7 degrees, like where basically you can connect
don't know.
anything to anything with 7 points. I can't remember.
Yeah, like 7 degrees of separation.
It's
Yeah, or
6
whatever.
degrees.
Is it 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but either way, you can connect anybody to
For sure,
Pocahontas
yeah.
if you're okay with it's, a great grandmother's best friend's uncle
Yeah.
who connects us.
Yeah.
then
I'm
we're
pretty sure I'm related to the president.
Keep hearing
Van
this
Buren.
Spaceballs line every time.
Yeah. I have no idea. What
I don't
you're
really know my grandma's maiden name is Van Buren.
Former roommate.
What does that make us?
Absolutely
nothing.
Huh.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
that's interesting.
I'm sorry, Tim.
Yeah, grab that one.
There's a
Oh boy.
fatty.
Uh-oh.
Holy
It was
cow.
it was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
You'll be grabbing another question, but read this.
I don't want to read this.
Don't read it first. Just read it as you go. We want to hear it.
I'm so bad at
You want me
reading.
to read it?
in pigeon.
No, we got it.
You read it first, didn't you?
I don't know. I don't know how to speak pigeon. I don't know why you dislike my question. Oh, no. I don't know why you dislike my questions. Are you just afraid of greatness?
Yes.
In the words of William Shakespeare, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. 12th Night, Act 2, Scene 4. I believe that is what that one is. Is that Scene 4? Just a V?
5.
That is 5? Dang. Okay.
Roman numerals.
In this situation,
They're hard. Clocks can't even get Roman numerals.
yeah, I'm born great. Adam achieved greatness by marrying me. You guys get my
Accurate.
greatness thrust upon you each week because of my questions. It's just facts. Anyways, whoever gets this better make a point to make sure everyone knows I'm joking. She's joking.
I don't think she is. She took the time to write this.
I don't,
It's a very long,
I-
elaborate joke.
Gabby England, don't need headlines to be that Gabby is a narcissist. You know what? Did I read that right? That
Yeah.
Gabby is a narcissist. You know what? That'd be cool. LOL.
That'd not be cool.
Oh, that'd not be cool. LOL.
Yeah, so yeah.
That's it.
Now you can check.
So
that and grab
the
a
question was the question part of
Is
that.
Gabby Anglin awesome?
Are you just afraid of greatness? That is the question that's on there.
Yes.
Yeah, potentially.
Hey, can I throw
I'm
that?
glad
Right.
that I
That's-
have
you
met
can-
a celebrity as awesome as Gabby Anglin.
I loved that. That was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
That's like old school high school.
It's something.
Yeah,
That's how
hit the-
great
hit
Gabby
the
is. She
screen
can
on-
make it hit the camera.
Yep.
You hit John virtually.
Great. It's a Gabby question.
That's what I'm telling you. That like most of them are gonna
Hey.
we get greatness thrusted upon us once again. Favorite sport to play? Question mark. Favorite sport to watch in person, and favorite sport to watch on TV. So we got
Okay,
three.
those are
here.
three questions.
That's
That's three.
three.
Yeah.
We're done after this.
Favorite sport to play, favorite sport to watch in person, favorite sport to watch on TV.
Yeah.
Football, baseball, football.
Favorite to play is football. Favorite to watch in person. What'd you say? Baseball.
Baseball.
That's a good one to watch in person. Favorite sport to watch on TV. Football. I think for TV, for sure, football. In person, I'm gonna say soccer. The few times that I did watch it were in Seattle, and so like they were just, I mean, they're a soccer town. They've won the cup a few times, and it was just it was super cool. Like literally before the game, marching band through the streets, like every like bar and everything, just like pubs were just like people were tailgating. It was just an atmosphere that was like no other. And then the game was just constant chanting and cheering and jumping and songs and everything. It's just really cool to be a part of. And to play, ooh. I'll just say that's a hard question.
Ultimate Frisbee.
You know, that's in my mind.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, I love Ultimate Frisbee. But
Sand volleyball's in my
Volleyball's
mind.
good too.
I do like playing soccer, but I only like we did play in a rec league, a 7v7. It was like a kids field. A nice small field's a good.
yeah.
I don't want to run everywhere. Like it's
shape to play soccer.
yeah, it's a little slower, so you don't have to do as much. But I'd probably just say like, yeah, sand volleyball for sure.
Favorite sport to play? Racquetball.
Forget
Ooh,
about
that's a
fun.
good one, too.
that's a good one.
Favorite sport to watch in person? Probably soccer. I want to say rugby, but I've never seen it in person match.
But it would be cool.
And then favorite sport to watch on TV? Probably hockey. I don't watch much on TV. Hockey or rugby.
Oh, or curling was one of my favorite ones to watch on TV.
We're back to that again.
It's a great sport.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
You know, the national anthem. Eric, save us.
Save us.
Play soccer, in-person hockey, TV, football.
Nice. Nice.
So we're done now, right?
Yeah, it's all Adam.
Or the Scottish games.
Not as cool, that one.
Man, you're like
Gabby's was
It made
much
a
better.
really loud sound on the other side of the room. But
This is from Gabby.
Oh, jeez.
great.
Gabby is keeping the show going.
Entertained. She is really.
She did
honestly.
just give me a list of 10 questions like to put in here like earlier. Shit, like so we're running out again.
But I have
Probably all
I
gonna
have
be.
the question in a box app.
Oh no.
That's cheating.
Oh no.
Unless you put your phone in the bowl and you pull out your phone, then it's not.
And then you have to throw your phone.
Yeah, you have to
It's
throw your
already
phone
all
at the
cracked
camera.
up anyway. So
what is a kid show that your kid likes and you aren't sad because that means you can watch it too?
Oh yeah.
And then optional, what's one that you hate?
right now, I thoroughly hate the Wiggles. The Wiggles. Oh my goodness!
He gives you the wiggles.
Everything about the Wiggles is horrible. And with Holden being sick right now, it's like
Fruit
on
salad.
constantly.
Yummy,
hate it.
yummy.
So the Wiggles, could, the Wiggles could all die.
Oh my
Tomorrow.
gosh.
Would not be sad.
Those are humans.
Are they still filming the Wiggles? Or
No
is it-
idea.
I don't
There's
think
only
they
2
are.
seasons on Netflix, and so it just repeats the same 2 seasons.
Oh, sweet.
Isn't
And
the Wiggles who?
we've
Isn't that
watched it.
Aquabats?
No.
Who are the Aquabats?
The
What?
Aquabats are the Aquabats.
Aren't
No,
the
I'm t-
Wiggles the Aquabats?
I'm telling you,
What show were they
Within
on?
your question,
I'm pretty
They're
sure
not
the
on the Wiggles.
Aquabats.
It was not the Wiggles.
Ooh.
Are they Wombats? The Aquabats? Are
No,
Wombats?
the Aquabats is like a ska band. And I'm
No.
pretty sure they also did the Wiggles.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Dang. Okay, they have a kid show. Maybe I'm wrong.
It was
no matter what note you hit with your question and your voice, the answer will still be no.
2 of my kids are currently watching NCIS. Does that count as a kid's show?
No.
Dang.
Definitely
What about
not.
Stranger Things. Hayden's currently watching that.
No.
Mhm.
That's got to be TV PG
Yeah.
and most likely a cartoon or
Full House?
something. No,
No.
not the new one.
No, not Fuller House. Full House.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Mm.
It was- they changed the name.
I'll
Boy
take
Meets
it.
World?
Yeah.
that could be.
Yeah.
My kids like those, and I like when they watch them because,
Teresa and
They're
I
great shows.
yeah.
normally hate all things. Well, she hates Pokemon. Like when Weston,
I keep scrolling.
she
It's
cannot
just
stand Pokemon.
going to the top.
Mine are all those like the Barbie cartoons.
Mm.
Those are your
Like-
favorites?
No, those are the get rid of. And my keep is the new DuckTales.
Mm.
There's a new DuckTales.
There is a new DuckTales. And it's pretty
on
fabulous.
Disney Plus or Netflix or
Disney Plus is where it, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to happen
Really?
tonight.
hmm
yeah, that's a for sure watch for me.
It takes a minute, especially if you can recall the old one.
Have the same theme song. They switch it up.
Yes.
DuckTales.
They have the same, but it's modernized.
Oh, okay.
Trying to find it. I don't know. All she's been watching is Sesame Street.
That's almost as bad as Wiggles.
See,
Yeah.
I don't mind it. It's not too bad. But I also used to watch it as a kid, so
One.
Have you watched The Count
Two.
Uncensored?
No.
Or The Count Censored is what it's called on YouTube.
one of the things she
You
was.
will laugh hysterically. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You must watch it now. All of you must watch it as well.
One of the things she was watching was she wanted to watch The Mandalorian, so we were watching that.
Not a kid show. You guys vetoed my NCIS.
But she wanted to watch it.
My kids want to watch NCIS.
It matters. You're a small
Hannah-
child. It doesn't.
Hannah begs me in the evenings, can we please watch NCIS?
It doesn't
it is a
matter
great show.
how awesome
Yeah.
your kid's choice is about a show. It does
Yeah.
not make the show a kid show.
Star Wars, The Resistance, or the Clone Wars. She liked those as well.
You would watch that anyway. Don't lie to
I
me.
mean, you're true. That's what I'm saying. I enjoy watching it.
Yeah. One I'd probably despise is Bubble Guppies.
And we've never watched that one.
It's not bad.
It's
like,
time for lunch.
it's
They've got
it's
some
not
catchy
horrible.
songs, and like it's educational and whatnot. But like every single morning, eating breakfast, can we watch Bubble Guppies? Like it's always Bubble Guppies. For the most part, the one that I would probably say, I have two that she likes to watch. One, Avatar: The Last Airbender. She loves it. Actually, both Avatars, Legend of Korra. But
that gets honorable mention for me too.
yeah, and then also she really loves Spider-Man. And on Disney Plus, they have Spider-Woman, like from like the 80s, I think it
Nice.
was, and she's like so into that too. So those, like,
Cool.
I'll watch those all the time with her. Spider-Man Unlimited or
Good choice.
Spider-Woman, she loves it. And Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo's a classic.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Holden to grow out of this Wiggles stage.
Wiggles.
I've tried everything, man. Like, I'll turn on the Bubble Guppies. Yeah, let's watch Bubble Guppies, please. Yeah, and we've watched through them so many times on Netflix. Like now, when an episode of The Wiggles ends, it pops up like, you might also like this show. Like instead of going just to the next episode, they're like, you've watched these enough. Let's try something else. And so every time it pops up, I'm like, yeah, let's try that. And Holden's like, Wiggles? I'm like, no, we don't
Try
need
it.
the Wiggles.
Try the Backyardigans. That might be your neck
that
as
was
Mac.
good. I was like, back.
Yeah.
That was good.
I think it would be easier to list in Teresa's realm the things she did actually enjoy. Because in her defense, though, she's around, like, she has CDs of the Wiggles and she's
Yeah.
around the kids' stuff like all day.
Yeah.
So it's like anything else. Like, she didn't like, I'm pretty sure she didn't like the Backyardigans and some of those others, like Wonder Pets. That was
Yeah.
another one.
I hate that.
Certain
I mean, I
things.
don't blame her on that one.
Yeah.
When Hayden was little, he watched religiously Word World, where like all of like the dog and the character spelt the word dog, and like it was like Letter Factory, and he loved it.
There's one that I absolutely despise. It's called Wordplay. I think it's Wordplay on Netflix. Oh, dude, it's like Teletubbies but worse. Like it's awful. It's so bad, like cringy, awkward.
Yeah.
They need to bring back the old school letter people, no matter how psychedelic it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, when Weston got into kindergarten, I still knew all the letter people from that show.
Yeah.
And they changed them. I'm like, how dare they?
Dang.
I should have been consulted.
Don't they do like they used to? Maybe they don't anymore. Like the Letter People parade and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Some of them are the same, but Delicious Donuts, gone.
Ooh.
It was Dazzling Dancer or something like that. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Donuts are
everyone loves
great.
them.
The Aquabats were on Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yo Gabba
Yo Gabba
Gabba.
They were the ones that actually wrote the show.
Ah.
See, I thought it was the Wiggles.
And
for
then
some
they have the
reason.
Aquabat Super Show, which is
Right.
another-
Did you all see how long it took him to find the answer to that?
That's because I had to read the whole wiki page.
to read the whole wiki page.
I was like,
just scroll to it.
I was trying to find it, but it
Just
was in
like-
like their history section.
Whoa, relax.
He's getting offended over here by Wikipedia. How dare you put that in their history?
I was frustrated why it took so long. I searched like 5 different things, and then I was like, I guess I'll just go back to the wiki page.
Well, speaking of which, when was the last time you experienced nostalgia? Just
Well,
today?
I was going to say, we just had
Just
a question
now?
about the song, so.
Can I get the origin of that word?
Yeah, it's archaic.
Can you
I was like,
repeat it?
I can look it up.
No, that would.
Can you use it as
We don't have that much
Can
time.
you please use it in a
When was the
sentence?
last time you experienced nostalgia?
Great sentence.
Oh. Now.
Ooh.
Yeah, other than today, when was the last time you experienced
Probably
Oh,
when I
gosh.
picked up another GameCube like months and months ago and was playing through Metroid Prime again.
Ooh.
That was like my just like remembering every part of that game and remembering playing it.
Yeah, a couple months ago, Hayden was like, can I play Counter-Strike? And there was some nostalgia there. I was
On
like,
what?
PC.
Original Counter-Strike?
Yeah.
You played it?
Oh yeah, like
Dude.
all the time. I had a
Did
friend.
Did you ever run into a person by the name
Yes, all the time.
of Dr. Phil or Oprah Winfrey? Because if so, that was me.
You're Dr. Phil?
I'm Dr. Phil.
No. So
It's not a joke.
It's almost as bad as my Guild Wars name.
Gretchen.
Sarah Jessica Parker. I was this big, huge, freaking 8 foot tall, big white dude named
facts.
Sarah Jessica Parker. It was great.
It's true. I played with him. It's true.
Still
Gretchen's little sister, Rebecca. Oh man, they're probably, I don't know how many years apart they are. 10 years apart or something. I knew her before I knew Gretchen because she played Counter-Strike with us. And I never knew her name. We just called her Sweetie Pie because that was her name on Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
And then Gretchen and I started dating. And then Sweetie Pie just shows up at the house. I'm like, whoa, what is this? So it was weird. And Gretchen's younger brother, Eric, they're just like 13 months apart or something. But I knew him before I knew Gretchen too because he played Counter-Strike with us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
But no, never met Dr. Phil or Oprah
Darn.
Winfrey.
We could have potentially played together.
Yep.
That's probably not true, though, because... Well, yeah, maybe. You said you were in high school?
No,
Oh, this was after.
this was before. You
Was
said
bef-
original Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like 7th grade.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Yeah, so this would have been
Then
like
definitely not.
97, 98.
Yeah. Yeah. I played it in, like, middle school. Like, 5th grade, 6th grade. So it would have been...
Yeah, a
Way
friend of mine,
different.
his parents owned like a computer cafe. You'd come and rent computers and play computer games.
That's cool.
And we would go up there like on Friday night and come home on Sunday night. We would stay there the whole weekend.
That's
like,
awesome.
Sleeping bags on the floor.
That
if we
was
wanted to
that
sleep.
really wasn't a thing in America. Like, that was really big in, like, the Asian culture, like South Korea, like Japan, China's, like the gaming cafes. You didn't really have those in America. That's kind of cool.
I mean, they were around. But
not as
prominent,
yeah.
I just remember, like
Like when StarCraft was big.
I
or
remember
World
back
War-
in the
or,
day
Warcraft.
when you'd go to Starbucks when they first got internet and you'd see people there with their desktops.
Oh, for sure.
Like hardwired in. It's just like you literally lugged your computer here.
Can I answer now? Because when you said Counter-Strike, it brought back nostalgia.
Yeah.
At this moment, right now.
I think it's funny that all of ours kind of revolve around video games because
Yeah.
I was just watching a new documentary that's on Netflix about like gaming systems and stuff when those all came about. Like it starts with like Atari in the very early days with like Pong and evolving into Atari and then going, it hasn't hit Nintendo yet, but they've mentioned Nintendo and Sega at the same time, and they showed different like commercials from that time, and I was like, oh,
Sweet.
man, I remember that.
Yeah. I really want to get a Atari 2600.
I had one
Yeah.
as a kid. We went from Atari to Sega. We skipped over the whole Nintendo generation.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
A lot of people, I feel like it was a very divisive time with game systems. Like you picked your brand and that's what you stuck with.
Yeah. It's still kind of like that. PlayStation versus
Not
Xbox.
as but you have like the Nintendo. Like a lot of people have a PlayStation and a Nintendo Switch or an
That's
Xbox
true.
and a Nintendo Switch. Whereas, but
That's
it was
true.
like if you get Sega, you're sticking with Sega.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that's for sure true.
Yeah, I keep hearing somebody at the door. I think the children are getting restless.
Yeah.
There was also one that was in the documentary that's like kind of just got buried in the history of all that, where it was the first, this guy invented Channel F, I believe it was called, and that was the first plastic cartridge style games. And once Atari picked up on it, Atari just skyrocketed
Wow, yeah.
with it. So it was really interesting.
I feel like cartridge style games need to come back. Like the disc
Without the blowing in them.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
but you
The
could
horrible
fix
part.
that. Like now, like okay, you have to download everything now, but
Yeah.
Which I think is so dumb
It
because you
is.
download it and then also need the disc for it.
yeah.
That
So
doesn't
I
make
mean, we
any sense to me.
stopped buying discs. Like
Yeah.
I'll just buy it on the game store.
Right.
See,
Yeah,
I
download
love
it anyway.
discs, and I hate that I have to.
I hate that I have to have both.
Yeah,
Like,
I
if you
never-
have a disc, you
I
have
do
to have
too.
both.
Yeah.
But if you don't, then
In cartridge defense, by the time they got to N64, I never had a problem whatsoever with
Oh, I
any of
agree.
my N64
Yeah.
games.
yeah, I don't remember.
So-
having a
I
problem.
feel like I
don't
still had to
remember.
blow them every once in a while.
I don't
But
remember
like
doing
it was not as often
as
as like
often,
a NES, because I feel like the NES it'd be like, beep, beep.
Well, NES also had the problem that it wasn't like a top load. So it wasn't like you
Yeah,
insert and then push down,
push
and then
down.
you'd have to stick the second game in there to hold it down far
Yeah,
enough to play
sometimes,
the
yeah.
game. Like, so that was a little irritating, but cartridges like they don't go bad.
Yeah.
you know,
Well, and the
they-
benefit, see, the problem with discs that I see is
they
you're
scratch.
well, Blu-rays don't
Blu-rays don't.
as
yeah.
easily. I mean, they can.
I tell you, when you have an 8-year-old using it as an ice skate
well,
on your
I
hardwood
mean, yes,
floors,
it'll scratch.
it scratches.
But
Yeah.
skate.
like
Yes.
different than I feel like you leave a DVD out and it's scratched. Like it's like nobody
Yeah,
touched it and
that's
it's
true.
scratched.
Yeah, you breathe too heavily. In
I
the
mean,
same
like
room as
literally.
it.
It's
But
that darn
the
wombat.
benefit of like a cartridge, because here's what I thought, which I like Switch is moving to that direction, but like I thought that at some point games and physical media like Blu-rays and things of that nature is going to turn into just little SD cards with some form of encryption on them.
Yeah, well-
because you can have SD cards that are up to like 500 to a terabyte, and so like that could just be your game.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
Sony tried it with the mini disc. Like they went away from, and they invested a lot of money into it, moving away from CDs and into this mini disc market, and nobody wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it just
Well, they did because that was for SPs, right?
no, even before
GameCube
the
had many smaller discs.
no
Oh.
music. No one caught on to it. Even the
Yeah.
PSP moved away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Well,
wasn't-
but I think the issue again is the fact that you can only fit a certain amount of data.
Oh, for sure.
Whereas like, and that's what I'm saying, because
Right.
with an SD card, like I don't know how big you can buy them now, but I mean you can buy flash drives that are 1 terabyte now.
Yeah.
So like, I mean
Which is
they're
crazy.
stupid expensive.
Yeah.
They're like $1,300, and I would never want data that small because I'd lose it. Like imagine having your entire life
Yeah.
on a tiny flash drive. But like, I don't know why they keep these discs.
to my arm.
It's like why.
right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
get it.
But see, because my biggest problem is when I buy a game, if I don't like it, I want to be able to resell it for at least some of the value. Now, if they do that digitally somehow and buy it for whatever the market price is back,
Yeah.
I would be more friendly with digital. It's just I don't want to keep a game that I don't like.
Yeah.
So
I have tons of games I don't like. Tons of them. But my kids can't ruin them.
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. I mean, that's the whole reason we went away from discs and only
Yeah.
went to digital is because I'm telling you, my kids would find a disc, take it out of its case, and like slide around the house on it. Like, come home and be so mad. You know? So like I have. So when Star Wars came out on Blu-ray, I bought all of them on Blu-ray. I've bought all the Fast and Furious movies on Blu-ray, and like those get put up and away because my kids will do something dumb with them.
I just
Create a
don't-
game.
Yeah, they're creative.
I mean, if
They're
my daughter
creative
starts doing
ways
that,
to
she's gonna
destroy
die.
things. So,
Follow-
just wait. I'm
Follow-up
telling
question.
you, 4 years old is
No,
the worst.
It's
on
not
the planet.
happening. If she starts touching it,
No.
Follow-up question. Has anybody almost passed out? They were so mad by and blowing on the cartridge.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you started seeing the little light?
Yeah.
The light
Yeah.
specks everywhere.
Yep.
Yep.
or when it is really dusty, you blow it and it goes in your eye.
Yeah.
That was the worst.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors on Sega Genesis. I loved that game, but I just remember it was hard to get it to start.
Yeah.
Have you ever played it?
No.
No,
Oh,
really,
man.
he's
I saw-
laughing
we
at
need
it.
to- we
He's
need to play
probably
some-
thinking
I
the
just-
same thing I am because you can actually hear it in your head, and I'm going to cover my mouth when I do this because I don't want to spread it. Like you're just like, it's just like
Like you're blowing up a
You
balloon
just-
animal.
trying to kill it by blowing it.
Yep.
Like just.
And it
And
didn't
I-
work, and then you opened up the thing and you're blowing in the
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
Did you ever try? Here's the other one. Did you ever try to get a little bit of like damp Q-tip and like
And
go
get
in there?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did that too.
Never did that.
Yeah.
What about PlayStation disc. We're talking about scratch them. Did you ever do toothpaste?
Yep.
I didn't
Sure
do
did.
toothpaste.
Toothpaste
no.
on the
Yep.
CD to
Yep.
try to.
Back when they were black on the back of
Uh-huh.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
See, I would.
I have a
nostalgia.
PlayStation.
That was PlayStation. That
I
was
have
our
a
first
PlayStation in my office with Tony Hawk Pro Skater,
Oh, what?
which I bought. I'm like,
Why
I've
are you
got-
just
I was
now
like, why are we
telling
not
this?
playing it
No,
right now?
I'm like, I've got to play this game. So I bought on
All right, it's
eBay
over.
or something. I bought the PlayStation, bought the game, bought a regular controller, and then the dual joystick controller because I forgot PlayStation didn't automatically come with
Right,
joysticks.
right.
Got it all, sat down, played it, shut it off, turned it back on, and then immediately remembered I didn't have a memory card.
Yeah.
I got to start this stupid game over.
Yep.
The kids,
Okay, speaking of
the
that-
kids were like so turned off by that. They're like, I don't even want to play this anymore. What do you mean we
Yeah.
got to start over? We unlocked all those levels last time.
Remember the
Nope.
worst feeling in the world when you'd come home from school and you realize your parents had shut off the,
That you
Dude.
intentionally left paused.
You left
Yeah.
paused.
or
Yep.
that the power went out. Either one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were younger, my dad was
I was
both
on the
my
last level.
both my parents were liked video games. So my mom, I can tell you, I've watched like her play through like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, like all the Zelda games, Wind Waker, and my dad,
Yeah.
we would sit there and watch him play Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider
I love
was
Tomb
his
Raider.
was his thing, and I remember one time. He was like 3/4 way through the game. I was young, didn't quite know. And so like I went to create a new one and accidentally deleted his progress. Dude, family night because we'd do like family nights. We'd have like the book where you like saw all the hidden stuff, so we'd like walk him through it. That night when we sat down to dude, that was not a fun night, man. That was not a fun
At
night.
least it was on Tomb Raider. That's only
Cameron
several
almost
hours
lost his
through and
life.
Not like
Dude.
Final Fantasy VII. That was like
That's true.
four discs that you had
That's
to work
true.
through.
Yeah.
That's true.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about nostalgia.
Whatever that question
Yeah.
was.
All right.
Right,
Well, thank you guys for checking out Snapchat.
Wasn't our title last week something with video games too?
I don't remember.
I think we're 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
on
I thought it was
video games.
memes.
I mean,
Memes
meme.
and-
No, I don't know what it
Maybe
was.
those
Tease.
ago.
They all
Yeah.
they all
They're
blend
blended
together.
now.
Yeah. You can check us out on YouTube or the Apple Podcasts. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Please send us questions. We literally have enough for one episode plus 7/8 of another. So we have
Did you count
less
them?
than yes.
Oh.
We have less than 2 episodes
It's pretty exact.
of questions left. So send us your questions.
Cheers.
Yeah. Go Wombats.
I ran out of drink.
All right.